Good morning. It is Friday, August 16th. It's about 7:30 in the morning. This is after my 41-hour fast. Technically another half hour before 41-hour fast, but this is after my fast, so let's weigh in. Can't wait to eat. Okay. 295.4. So I'm officially under 300 now. Yay. Of course, I don't know. Next week could always be different, but with the fast, like I said, I'm going to take it easy with what I eat after this fast. But the weight, of course, does fluctuate. 295.4. I like to see that weight though. That's awesome. Yeah. I got some more to tell you about the fast, but I'll wait until I'm more awake to do that. Just 3 times the charm. 295.4. Finally, under 300. That's awesome. Not just under, but almost 5 pounds under. It's crazy. Good morning. So I'm just still kind of waking up. I'm actually making breakfast right now. You can see sauteing some onions. I'm pretty hungry. But yeah, let's talk about the weigh-in. The weigh-in was freaking amazing. 295.4. That's awesome. As you saw in the previous, I think, 3 weigh-ins. Maybe it feels like 3 weigh-ins. My weight was around 301. Can't remember. I think my weight did get down to 300 point something. But couldn't break the 300 until now. 5 pounds under, which, yeah, that's insane. So, just something to learn from that is to be persistent and to not get discouraged by the weight not moving. Because, I think like the fat whoosh effect, I've talked about that in the past, and I think someone commented the fat whoosh effect a few videos ago. It's basically when you burn fat and your body replaces fat for water, then suddenly your body releases all that water. Which last night I never do this, so this is weird. I was laying in bed and I got up like 3 times to go to the bathroom. So something about the fast made my body release the water. It seems like. I'm just kind of curious now. Will my body put the water back on when I start eating? Um, I guess we'll see. My weight could go up next week, but I don't know. I think as long as I stick to my diet that I've been doing, which is mostly carnivore, I think maybe the weight will stay or get better. I just have to focus on continuing to work out and eating right, and I think it'll be fine. So yeah. Now that I'm finally under 300, finally hit my goal. I'm going to make my next incremental goals 10 pounds. So my goal will be to see 290 or right under 290, and then I'll go to 280, and yeah, go from there. But yeah, I'm very happy with the loss this week. Very happy to see that number under 300 officially finally with clothes on. Without clothes, I think it was 293.6, I think. So I'm like suddenly already almost in the 280s. It's like I skipped the 290s. That's crazy. I mean, I don't know. Who knows how long it'll take me to lose this other 5 pounds? Could be another month. I don't know. But the good thing is I'm doing something right. And because I question myself a lot. So I just continue doing this and maybe I'll do some more fasts in the future. This fast was difficult though. I think the improv show just added on to that difficulty. And the headache, and yeah. I should have went to bed earlier, but I was doing that show, so. I will say I'm so glad I took today off from work. Oh my gosh, I can imagine having to work today. That would be terrible. So, anyway, I'm going to finish sauteing this onion. I'm starting to smell it. I need to mix it. Then I'm going to eat some breakfast. Alright, so this is breakfast. 4 eggs and 1 2/3 links of sausage. This is the kielbasa sausage from Publix. And a dollop of avocado mayo and some hot sauce. So I'm hungry. My first meal after the fast. So this is lunch today. Grilling up a ribeye steak, and I feel like I need some fiber, so I'm also grilling some broccoli. I've been having some GI issues after this fast, so I think maybe that'll help a little bit. Alright, so the broccoli's done. I'm just going to eat this before the steak. I mixed in some, there's a lot of butter in the pan, so they're pretty buttery already. Sprinkled it with salt, onion powder, and garlic powder. Then I'll dig into this bad boy. Alright, so my steak is done, and of course I got a little creamy keto horseradish sauce to dip it in. By the way, that broccoli, I think it was the juices from the steak, the juices and the fat and the butter, but that broccoli was delicious. Like, I need to make that again. That was so good. So this is dinner. 10 garlic parmesan chicken wings. I'm trying out a new pizzeria called Bravo New York Pizzeria with my friends Amy and Chris.
Hi, YouTube.
Place looks pretty cool. Alright, I'm gonna dig in. Hey guys, how's it going? So today was a pretty good day. I definitely stayed low carb. I ate primarily protein today. I didn't plan on having that dinner of the chicken wings, but some friends and I went to see the new Alien movie, and then after the movie, we went to Target to walk around. And then after that, there was a pizza place nearby, and they wanted some pizza. I thought pizza sounded good, but I'm like, well, I'll just go with you guys to hang out. And then I saw that they had chicken wings on the menu, so I got some chicken wings, and they weren't bad. They were pretty good. But anyways, I wanted to talk about a viewer, Raimundo. He brought up the topic of electrolytes, and I don't know, it's just for, like, ever since I started keto back in 2017, obviously I haven't been consistent with it. It's been on and off. But initially when I started back then, I always heard about the keto flu. You feel kind of achy and basically flu-like symptoms when you have the actual flu. So during that time, I think I struggled with that, and I expected that might have been part of my problem, but it seems like it never went away. Like, I had issues on and off all the time. Whereas the keto flu usually only lasts for, I think it'll last for a few days, but usually it's done for after 2 weeks. Whereas with me, it like came on and off for a couple of years, and still now. Well, so what I'm talking about, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but what I'm talking about is the feelings I get when doing keto. Like, all my joints feel achy. My muscles feel achy. I have noticed, I think a couple months ago, I noticed that when I felt this way, I didn't know exactly how my diet was affecting this, but I suspected that my diet did play a role. So I can't remember if I went keto and like dropped all the carbs, or if I went back to carbs. Um, Honestly, maybe both situations might have caused this feeling. But I knew my diet was definitely playing a role. Um, so I don't know why I didn't explore this earlier. I always heard about the Dr. Berg electrolyte powder mix that you can get that a lot of people on keto take. But I think I might have actually taken potassium tablets in the past. Um, and now thinking about it, I'm not too sure how well I responded to those. Because like a few months ago, I was getting the palpitations, and the palpitations I've had in the past before, and I also suspected that my diet has something to do with that. Um, so, just thinking about this more, um, to go back to more than a couple of years ago when I first started keto, I was trying to do the process of elimination for my diet to figure out if maybe something I was eating was causing these feelings. And I think I did that, and then I did some Googling, and I came to the conclusion that I was allergic to stevia, which I still think I am. Um, because I remember years ago the doctor, I had an allergy test done, and I'm allergic to stupid mosquitoes. I open my door and there's like hundreds of mosquitoes out there. Sorry. So I'm allergic to ragweed, and ragweed or stevia is in the ragweed family. So that's what makes me think that I can't have stevia, because back then when I was doing keto and getting these aches and pains, I thought it was some sort of allergic reaction from the stevia. So, and I thought that because I was eating some stuff sweetened with stevia, and I would feel these aches and pains. So that still might be the case. I'm not too sure. But anyway, I've done after Raimundo brought the topic up again of electrolytes. I did some more research, and I watched another Dr. Berg video, and all of the symptoms sound like things that I struggle with. Muscle aches, cramps. I don't get cramps too often, but I do get them sometimes in my calves. Dizziness. I definitely get a dizziness. I get like it's not a heavy dizziness, but it feels like it makes your head like go kind of like wobble like this. Like it feels really heavy. So I guess that could be classified as a dizziness, but I don't know. So I get that. I know sometimes I do feel like I lose my balance. Um, what else? The aches and pains and the dizziness. Really, the dizziness is the biggest thing. And I think I started to mention this earlier. Sorry, I feel like I'm jumping all over. But in the past, I have noticed when I go keto or come off of keto that I'll feel this achiness in my body. And at the same time, I've noticed depression like spikes a lot. But I can't remember if that was. I think it was when I would cheat, because like sometimes I would go to the theme parks and eat whatever, and then like the day, usually it's the second day after, I feel really bad, and the depression just like hits me really hard, and yeah, I don't really know if that is being caused by my electrolytes, but it could be. I don't know. So I do. What kind of made me pursue looking into this again is when I did the fast yesterday. Like I said, last night, I went to the bathroom like 3 times, which is unusual for me. Um, so I know that the keto diet
I'm kind of doing carnivore. I mean, carnivore is a keto diet. I know a lot of people call it the carnivore diet, or the typical keto allows different things than carnivore, but it has the same effects, I believe, as a keto diet. Um, so and doing this research, I heard again that the keto diet is a diuretic. So when you're in ketosis, your body flushes out that water, and with that water are all of your electrolytes. So I don't know. I'm thinking maybe this feeling that I'm getting, this achiness and dizziness, is from some sort of imbalance. I take. I just recently started taking these again, magnesium glycinate. I've taken, I think it's called citrate, magnesium citrate before, and I didn't get the mental effects from that, so that's why I switched to glycinate. And just mentally, I feel like it helps me a lot more. Because in the past, when I felt that depression, I took magnesium. I was probably reviewing different electrolytes and probably came across. I know I can remember coming across an article online talking about magnesium actually having magnesium glycinate having better mental effects, like as far as treating anxiety and depression, than actual I think you call it psychotic drugs, like drugs that people would take to help depression. Magnesium can actually work better than those drugs. So that's why I figured I would try it, and I noticed like a huge difference. Huge difference. So that's why I want to continue taking that. I know, so I was looking into the Dr. Berg electrolyte mix, and it seems like it's primarily sodium. The the ingredients, there's multiple ingredients, but a lot of them come from sodium. The potassium, I believe, solely came from potassium citrate, um, and then there's magnesium. So I don't know if these tablets are the same magnesium that you would get in that powder. Um, so I'm going to continue taking this magnesium because it's helped in the past, and I feel like I don't need any more sodium supplements. I mean, when I eat anything, eggs or the steak, like I load up that salt. And actually, I couldn't believe how much salt I used because this whole container is gone already. I don't know how long. I mean, I bought this kind of recently. I think I actually showed it. Yeah, I did show it in a video. I don't know what video it is. I feel like it was maybe a month old, maybe. I don't know. But I was kind of surprised that I used that much salt because I feel like that's a lot. But yeah, I heavily salt my meat. um, so like the ribeye, when I make a ribeye, I heavily salt both sides, and actually when I cook it, it creates that crust and that saltiness with the fat and the crust. It's delicious. So I think I get enough sodium. So that's what got me thinking. If I have enough sodium and magnesium, I did a little bit of research to figure out what electrolytes are actually in the powder mix from Dr. Berg. So it seems like it's just those three. So Raimundo, you also mentioned in the comments about just solely doing potassium citrate. So I looked into that, and actually I found another video on YouTube. This girl, it was posted like 7 years ago. She made a keto I think she called it. It was just potassium citrate mixed with some Mio water flavoring, which I'm not doing that because that probably has sucralose in it or some sort of artificial flavoring. So, anyways, but I think I just need to up my potassium. I think that might help me. So I'm gonna try that. I'm a little concerned because I think I did take potassium supplements in the past, and I can't remember what it did to me. So I'll try it again and see what happens. So I bought potassium citrate on Amazon just now, so I should have it tomorrow. One serving is like 300 milligrams. I was talking to AI, and AI said that dietary, your dietary needs, like if you're eating food, it said that it recommends about 4,700 milligrams from food, but it said if you're doing supplements, that's different. So then I asked it, how many milligrams do I need from supplements? And it said, I think it said about 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams. So I'm thinking I'll do just the potassium citrate. I'll just do about 1,000 milligrams. Well, actually, no, I'm not even going to do that much. I'm going to do 2 1/8 teaspoons, which equaled 75 plus 75 is 150, 750. So 2 servings would be 750 milligrams of potassium in 2 1/8 teaspoons. So I'll start there because I'm just like the Dr. Eric Berg's serving size is 1,000 milligrams. So this will be less than that would have been, and I feel like it's not too much to cause any other issues in my body. Hopefully, I mean you have to be careful. You can't take too much, and that can cause some major issues. I don't want to cause any palpitations or anything like that because they're super annoying. So I think I'll start off with the 2 1/8 teaspoons and just go from there, see how I feel. I'm thinking that I guess I'll probably just mix it with my 30 ounces of water with the apple cider vinegar, which I forgot to take today. I'll mix it with that, and then for a sweetener, I'll just use the monk fruit extract that I have. That kind of helps with the taste of the apple cider vinegar, but you still get a little bit of that vinegar tanginess, but it's not bad. If you just imagine that you're drinking apple cider, it kind of tastes like that. So, anyway, I'll start that supplement tomorrow. I don't think I'll have it in the morning, but whenever Amazon delivers it, I'll take it tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes. Because right now I do feel that dizziness, and today I felt a little like on edge. I wouldn't say depressed, but I felt kind of on edge, and I feel like it will lead to depression maybe tomorrow or the day after. So I'm hoping the potassium can help with that. Yeah, I feel the achiness. I feel it in like my toes and feet. Sometimes I feel it in my shoulders. It's usually all over. So I'm hoping it'll help. So we'll see. One other thing I wanted to show you guys is I haven't been buying nuts because I tend to eat a lot, and I'm not calorie counting, but I know calories are definitely one thing to contribute to weight loss. You don't want to, like buying potato chips, you don't want to buy something that you can overindulge in or eat too many of, so that's why I stay away from the nuts. But today I was having a craving. I was craving junk, I think, from after that fast, so I was good and I stayed to the protein, but I picked these up at Target. These are my favorite macadamia nuts. They're by Good and Gather. I think this is a Target only brand because I've never seen it anywhere else. But I haven't tried too many varieties of macadamia nuts, but I feel like I've tried ones from Walmart. I forget the brand name. They come in a package similar to this, but it's a completely different brand. Might be Diamond or Blue Diamond, or I can't remember now. But those, like, sometimes macadamia nuts, I don't know if they don't roast them enough, but they're like they feel like they're kind of raw. I've never had a raw macadamia nut, but I assume that raw ones are kind of squishy. And the ones I got from Walmart are kind of squishy. And it's like some just taste bad when you chew it up. Like it just compresses into a denser ball. Like, it's not good. But these are like, they crunch when you chew them. So these are definitely roasted pretty well, and they're salted well too, which I like. So I've ordered some from Amazon that were imported from Hawaii, because Hawaii is a big producer of macadamia nuts. Where are these from? Macadamia is product of Republic of South Africa, Kenya, Guatemala. So these are imported. But I've tried the ones from Hawaii, and they weren't bad, but also not as good as these. I've tried. There's different types you can get at Walmart that are in a tin can, and they're seasoned with, I think, sour cream and onion. I think those are actually pretty good, but still, they weren't crunchy like this. I like the crunch. So, anyways, if you like macadamia nuts, try these out. They're really good. This bag, I think, was $11 and change, so they're expensive, but it's not something I'm going to buy all the time. I was just craving it. So anyway, tomorrow I'll let you know how I feel once I take that potassium supplement. I'm hoping it helps me. So I just feel like I've been battling this dizziness and the achiness and depression like for way too long. I was just, I guess, thinking that it was when I went to keto and came off of keto. So I noticed I definitely feel this way when I eat ultra processed foods and just carbs, which, thinking about that now, Dr. Eric Berg says that grains deplete your electrolytes. So maybe I was being depleted in that. I don't know. That actually makes sense because, I mean, being in ketosis, it's a diuretic, so it doesn't want to hold on to water, so you're low on your electrolytes, and then going off and eating this processed food probably depletes it even more, so that actually makes sense, thinking about it now. But yeah, I just feel like if this helps me, it'll be a relief. So I feel like, if I can not have these heavy head feelings anymore and the dizziness and just the achiness, like, that'll be awesome. Like, I feel like I'll have I have heard that the electrolytes give you more energy, but I feel like just not having these aches and pains and dizziness will give me more energy and motivation to work harder. So hopefully they'll have that effect. Anyway, thanks Raimundo for bringing that up, and I appreciate it. All right, I'll see you all tomorrow.